Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I have found Aragorn here at the Slag Hills, where I'm sure he is going to be asking me to step right up to the Black Gate and challenge every orc there, right? Let's see.
We have come to it at last.
We have come to it. Climb up to the top of the Slag Hill and look to the south. What waits for us at the Black Gate of Mordor, I wonder? Oh, I wonder that myself. Well, at least you didn't ask me to challenge everybody there. That's one step from what I thought. Now, I will presume that this is the top of the hill you're talking about? Oh my. The field before the Black Gate of Mordor is empty and quiet. Well, I have a feeling that's the calm before the storm. It's all quiet for now.
Sauron is waiting.
Hmm. All was quiet and still. I see. And I'm not surprised. Sauron is waiting. I do not take the empty calm before the gate to be fact, and neither should you. The Dark Lord's armies are arrayed before us, though we see them not. He waits to unleash them, and he wants to see what we will do. Well, if he unleashes a large enough army, I know exactly what we'll do, but that's another matter.
There is no sense in delaying what must come.
We must go out and parley. I will go forth with a small group of my most trusted allies and call for Sauron's surrender. I would be honored if you would accompany me, my friend. I don't expect the Dark Lord to give in to our demands, but still, I must offer him the opportunity. Speak with me when you are prepared. And, right, when we are prepared. When we are prepared. We're prepared after I check in with the Rangers and see what they need me to do. Because I'm sure they have a couple of tasks for me to do before we go and face our debts. Hello there! What do you need me to do before we go and march up to our debts? So, word that you were traveling with the host of the West was true after all. Truly, I am glad that you're here, but it is not I who am in need of you just now. I have been keeping watch upon the foes in Daggerlad, while Thurnol keeps watch upon the Slag Hills. Go with him, and in haste, for the situation in the Slag Hills is dire indeed. What do you mean it's dire indeed? It's so nice and quiet up there. Alright. What is dire other than, I'm sure, the sheer anticipation of the silence? I'm not surprised to see you here, my friend. You and I are always find ourselves in the front of the action, it seems. What Cawdor has told you, things look grim here. Foes blanket the hills around the Moranon. Sharp eyes keep watch from every vantage, and sharper blades are ever ready to strike, though quietly in hiding. Never mind the danger to you or I. What I fear is that such numbers may harry and assail the host when it arrives before the gates, not in full force, but in tatters.
Faith alone will not stop the enemy.
The odds may be great against us, but it does not mean that I am ready to give up. I have a plan that will allow us to traverse the hills unnoticed. What? You're going to put a big billboard between the Black Gate and here? Search the slag for any black powder. There may be some within the rubble, thrown out of the gate from the scrap mounds of Udun. Look for some black powder. Okie dokie. Here's some rubble up ahead. I don't see any of the rubble has black powder in it. Hey, do you happen to have any black powder inside of you? No? Right. Is this really a good idea? Just asking. I mean, what are the odds that I ain't going to be finding black powder in any of these things? Well, the more I look, the more I'm convinced that there's absolutely none to be found here whatsoever. Any way, shape. Okay, maybe a little bit of it. Oh well. I suppose it's time to head out and see if there's any more of this black powder anywhere around here. Alright, you're right. There was some black powder there. Ah, excellent! Yes, this powder is just what we need. I suppose you would like to know what we plan to do with it. Yes, that would be interesting to know.
Let us help you bring glad tidings, friend.
The plan is simple. We shall use the waste of Mordor against them. You see, the black powder is unrefined and will not explode when it comes in contact with flame. Instead, it will burn away and produce a thick haze. If we add the powder mix to the orcish campfires found near the Towers of the Teeth, our movements should be masked by the haze. This will only work if we work swiftly, though. Are you with me? You're crazy, aren't you?
Will you hear my plight?
Oh, and while you're at it, would you be so kind to survey the enemy strongholds at Karhost, Norhost, and the Moranon? It is imperative that we have the latest movement of the enemy. So we need to survey the Black Gate, the base of Norhost, the Tower of Norhost, the base of Karhost, and the tower. Let's see. Well, I can tell you what's at the Black Gate. Nothing! Alright, I'll check it again. I have found the first of the fires. There's also an orc at the fire. So there are a couple of orcs in the area, just not next to the Black Gate apparently. Hey, ouch. I just want... Oh, no wonder we've got an NCM. Oof. Alright, sneaky archers. Other types of things, all standing next to the fires that I just want to toss some black powder into. Yeah, like that's gonna work. And I'm supposed to be surveying that thing. I really want to get closer to it because while there isn't all that much activity near the Black Gate, I suspect that the Towers of the Teeth are going to be streaming with orcs. Not to mention the campfires just outside of the Towers of the Teeth. And it'd be nice not to get too much unwanted attention, right? Alright, let's give the next smoke haze that we're going to give them. Oh, I thought it was bad when I just thought that there were orcs near the fire. I suspect that troll is going to give me some trouble. Well, I suppose we will give that troll a little bit of trouble first. There we go. Hello. Yep, troll gave me trouble. Don't worry about that. We'll just have to kill the troll. What kind of orc is that? Oh, just a raider. At least it's not one of those crazy defilers. Because that would have been a real pain. Didn't look like a defiler, just in case he was a captain or something like that with a heal. Nothing like fighting a big nasty troll and having someone behind it heal. There you go. More black smoke to give them headaches. Now let's see what we have here. The entrance does not seem to be heavily guarded. Well, that's because I killed half the orcs in the area. Now let's have a nice close look. Well, maybe not too close of a look, since I'm sure that behind that wall there are a number of archers ready to take stray shots at hobbits. Traveling any closer to the Morin would surely lead to swift death. Well, that is the most sensible billboard I've seen yet. Oh, and speaking of defilers, I think we should deal with the defiler first as usual. No healies. What? Didn't have time to do a single debuff? Oh! Well, I guess he had time to do it. He just chose to try to heal. Very not successfully, though. Ha 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 ha. Of course, he had time to throw some poison at me. But that's another matter. There you go. And a little bit more over here. Let's make sure that nobody interrupts this party. Just a couple of raiders. It's probably the easy duo combination you could run into. Of course, there could have always have been a skirmisher right over there that I missed. That could have given me a bad day. But actually not too bad if the other two are just raiders, so there you go. I think we are making short work of this black powder. Now the odds of it actually being useful, of course, is an entirely different matter. We certainly have plenty of haze going around. With the smoke rising into the air, you can now move around the slag hills, mostly unnoticed by the Towers of the Teeth. Yeah, right. Well, speaking of the Towers of the Teeth, let's see if I can get a nice vantage point to have a look at them. This way. Narkos overlooks much of the western slag hills. And now I guess we'll head over to the other hill, where I hope that we'll be able to have a look at that end. Oh yeah, I suppose we'll also need to get close to Karhost also, to have a nice look at it from closer up. Not that I really want to have a look at it closer up. It looks nasty enough from where it is. There you go. Karhost overlooks much of the eastern slag hills. Oh, what a coincidence! It's almost as if they were built for that purpose. Let's get a little closer to this tower. Not that I really want to, but I suppose I'll need to do that for my mission. It appears that there is an entire orcish camp built right around the tower. This isn't going to be easy. What do I need to do? If the orcs of Fushangun were to rally before the host of the West, even march to the Black Gates, they could cause a rout that would upset the Aragorn's plans, perhaps destroying the horns and other possessions needed for the rallying cry. The risk could be averted. You've got to be kidding. And I also find that the enemy encampments of Fushangun is densely populated with the orc forces of Mordor. Well, we can do something about that, right? Really? I was hoping to be able to get through here quietly and just have a quick look, but no, there's an entire orcish camp around it. Well, we have to deal with these. 2 out of 10. What do I have to do? I have to kill 10 orcs and 4 overseers? 4 overseers. And what are the overseers? I don't know, but I have a feeling I'm not going to like them when I see them, because usually when they have the name overseer, it means that they're nastier than everything else. I suppose I have to get onto that platform eventually. It's probably where the overseers are. Well, that's a captain, not an overseer. Well then, let's oversee the death of these archers, right? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's a horn. That's right. I'm supposed to be destroying horns also, aren't I? Haha. Take care of that. Take care of that. And you die, you die, you die. And we all have fun, right? Well, except for the orcs, of course, but the orcs have never been much for fun. Well, assuming that you define fun as something other than maiming and killing, because they seem to love doing that quite a great deal, and that seems to be their idea of fun. Oh, ouch! I think I found a supervisor. Oh, cut that out. Ugh! I don't like it when they punt me right in the direction where the enemies are supposed to be. Ugh. I'm assuming that this is the overseer. Not the one I'm fighting now, but the one that is going to be annoying for me in a moment. Okay. No, he's a crusher. And he's not going to count. Wait a minute. We got this big, nasty, crushing troll that's not going to count for any of the quests. That's rude. That's double rude. See, they trolled me, making me think that he might be the overseer, and that's the biggest orc I've ever seen. Alright. Tools. Oh, I had to destroy tools also. Ah, well. Alright. Ah! Is that a flag that usually says, "Hello, I'm a horn"? Yes, it is. We also have a couple of these guys here. I still haven't seen any of these so-called overseers. Maybe they're a myth. Maybe they all ran inside. Maybe they're holding a meeting inside of the Black Gate, so I won't have to worry about them. What kind of meetings do orcs have? And... oops. And do they follow any sort of standards that you could think of? One sometimes wonders, what kind of rules do they have? Like, you're only allowed to bash someone on the head every 5 minutes or something? I don't know. Oh, hey! Where did you come from? No, I didn't say where you're going to take my weapon. I said, where'd you come from? You should listen better. See, you'll be a better manager if you just listen to those who are around you. That's all I got to tell you about that. And now, 2 captains. Look at that. See? I must have interrupted their meeting. That's it. That's it. That's it. Right. Your meetings are not following CMMI standards. Sorry. Let's just get you out of here and I can get along on my way. Hey, do you know where... oh, there's a horn up there. Okay, fine. But That, I think, is the base of the tower. Isn't this the place where I need a survey? The entrance to the tower seems to be guarded by the entire orc encampment. Whoa! I could have told you that 5 minutes ago! Ooh, this looks like a fun committee meeting. We've got an archer, a defiler, and an overseer. I think that if you could find a combination, you're looking for a combination to be a nightmare to Pineleaf, you have just found it. Because I am sure that overseer is going to have some real nasty things. And of course... Oh, come on! Oh, no! Stop it! No, you don't. Thank you. Now you, since you're not firing arrows at me now, I think I could take care of your overseer here. Of course. And I gotta kill 4 of them. 4 of these silly... No! Oh! Alright. Now, your turn. Then I can see about destroying those horns. I have completed my survey. The morning has not changed. That is as I expected. The movements you describe around Narcos are interesting. I don't know what to make of it. And Carcost is heavily guarded, you say? That must mean there is something of great importance within the tower now. Well, does it really matter? I think not.
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend.
Yeah, I've got glad tidings. I got glad tidings that it is time for Aragorn to strike, which is what we'll do in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.